Hello and welcome to episode 36 of Unemployed to Unstoppable. As you've seen in the last episode, we've just taken over at Millwall, so this episode will kind of go through our assessment of the squad, the players we've got, what we need to do forward, the tactics, all the stuff that goes along with the staff and everything. And then we'll play the first league game of the season. So stay tuned and I'll take you through what we've seen so far. And welcome back. So here is the squad. You can see I've already populated some players in certain positions. Don't read too much into that at the minute because when I did the second and third tactics, it skewed some players slightly off kilter a little bit. In terms of the playing staff overall, not too shabby. What we are lacking, I suppose, is a bit of potential. Whereas at Exeter, we bought a load of young players with high potential ready to grow into the squad. We probably don't have the same range of potential through this first team squad. That being said, though, we do have a good core of first team players. So we've got centre mids, wing backs, a striker, albeit he's injured for a little bit, a winger, a defender, and Peter Atiba at defensive mid. He's who I'm going to try and build a team around initially, certainly to get to the transfer window. For some reason, he is listed. The club don't believe he's got a long-term future. I would disagree. I think we've got a few years out of him and he's certainly our most creative and best player in the middle of the park, so we might review that as we go on. Team dynamics then. Cohesion's good between the squad. They've been together a long time. Atmosphere's not too bad. Managerial support, obviously when you first take over it's going to have a little bit of a dip, but we can sort that out. Tactics wise, very similar to what we were doing with Exeter, except we've dropped the shadow striker role into a deep line playmaker, and that's where Atiba is going to play. As you can see, they're in the wrong positions at the minute, but I can quickly sort that out before the first match. Set pieces, I've been through and I've done all them. In particular, corners where we're hoping to get some joy from. So again, lurking at the near post and delivering the ball to the near post, I think is going to be key. Team report, so that's what they think our best team is in this formation, and yeah, it's probably just about right. I think we're a bit weak in goalkeeper area. He is the best goalkeeper, but he's getting towards the end of his career and he's only a 3-star player. Again, I actually think we're really weak in the middle of the park, so come January, if we can do some shuffling of players, get some out to release some funding and wages, we might look to strengthen that area. Staff-wise, massively lacking. I've put job adverts out for all of these positions, so I think we're looking for 4 coaches, 2 performance analysts, and more importantly, an assistant manager. Recruitment team as well. Certainly before January, we want to get as many scouts and analysts in as we can to make sure we get the right players. Training at the minute is kind of being sorted out by me, but we'll see once the assistant's in. I might palm it off to him. Lots of players played high-rated games are on a high risk of injury. We need to start rotating players again as soon as we can. Schedule-wise, you can see they've had some poor results going through the season. We're going to get the first game of the season against Hull in the second part of this video. But then we've got a few difficult games to get through. But we will see if we can get some points in early and try and draw ourselves away from a relegation battle. So we're still in the Championship. Still in the FA Cup away Everton, but we've been knocked out of the Carabao Cup by Swindon. Scouting wise, I've not looked too much into that because, as you can see, we're £7,000 over the wage budget and we've got no money, so we're not going to do too much on that front. There's no commitment to any transfers in and out. Club information wise then, so obviously I'm the manager, Leonard's the captain, McNamara's vice-captain, Peter Atiba I think is rightly identified as our key player, and Andy Barton's our best young prospect. Secure finances, so it's not looking too bad. Club vision-wise then, direct football, which we're playing a counter-attacking direct football, higher tempo. We'll look to sign some under-23s to bolster the potential moving forward, and we will, where we can, develop players using the youth system. And hopefully we'll be able to make the most of set pieces. I have set the corners. Not so much the free kicks, but we'll work on that as we move forward. Work within the wage budget. It's going to be hard. We're going to have to shift a couple players just to get back within the wage budget, because we're £7,000 out, which is quite a lot, to be honest. Fight against relegation for this season, so they're expecting us to be in the fight, so hopefully we can get out of that. Reach the 4th round. I'm not betting into that because we're playing Everton, and that'll be a tough game. Finance wise then, 7 million overall. It's up and down. We need to get control of the wage budget and make sure we become a stabilised and top end challenging championship team again. And then into development centre, there are a few players with some good potential, but I wouldn't say exceptional potential. But we will look to invest in them as best we can as we move forward. So that's the squad, that's the team. The only other thing I could really show you is a comparison. So one of the things I've noticed looking through these kind of stats is aggression and work rate. There are key elements at the minute, so that's what we've kind of got to play on at the minute. We're not a flair team. We're not the most technical of the teams in the division. We're probably not the worst, but again, we can't make our points by playing the fast flowing passing game at the minute. We will develop towards that in the future, but as it currently stands, it's going to be direct, high tempo, and get as many points on the board as we can. So that's us taken through the team. Again, let me know in the comment section if you would disagree with anything. I can just get them to do a quick pick, so it puts them in, well, because of fitness, it's not put them in the right place anyway, but we'll see as we get into the first game shortly what I think is the first team. And again, put in the comment section if you would disagree, if you think I'm playing someone out of position, or if you don't think we're quite making the most of our best players. That being said then, stay tuned. I will click us through to the first game of the season, and we will see if we can make a winning start as we try and rescue Millwall from the bottom of the league. See you soon. And welcome back. So here we are for our first game in charge for Millwall in the Championship away at Hull. Starting lineup for today then is the same tactic as we went through before. Got Ripley in goals, Wallace at left back, Campy and Palmer Brown in centre of defence, McNamara at right back, Atiba, who's kind of our key playmaker, playing in that deep line playmaker role, with Thompson and Leonard just in front of him as ball winners. Bennett on the left, Smith on the right, Alexander up front, because we've got an injury to our main striker at the minute. So we'll get into this first game of the season. Well, not for this season, but for us it is the first game. And we'll see if we can get off to a bit of a flyer. When I had the initial team meeting and introduced myself to the team, I suggested we might survive relegation, and they felt I was being too optimistic. So obviously morale's in the gutter today. We need to kind of pick them up and start getting some points on the board, starting with an away game at Hull, who are just above us in the league. So these are the games we really need a result. So let's hope we can get off to a flyer. We'll just monitor as we go through this first half, see where the chances lie. We're playing with a cautious mentality because that's how the kind of tactics set for the fluid counter-attack. We try and invite them onto us, and we break quickly and try and get the ball as directly up to the front men as we can. And we will see if that's going to be an effective route for us moving forwards. Try and keep an eye on some players' performance ratings, see who's good, who's not, who might need to be swapped out for somebody else, and where our areas to strengthen are. I already had a look through some of the development reports, and similar to the Exeter squad, we've got a few players who are only assessed as suitable for League 1, League 2. Hull with a free kick at the start of the game then. Gets a second chance, he's gone right back to his back four, so it's come to nothing. Defended it well, and we'll carry on. So 25 minutes gone, 0-0. Very close, tight game as you would expect from teams down the bottom of the league. We just need to find a way to start winning some games. Whether that's to go away from the cautious approach, we'll see as the games develop. Atiba Thompson plays it wide to McNamara. Can he find a strike partner in the middle? No, it's headed out. Hull have managed to clear the ball. They've got a break of their own as they get players forward. I'm not keen how he's just running straight through our middle park there, but we'll see as we go forward. Again, they're playing the ball round well. Hopefully we can shut this off before anything, but no. Yeah, there we go. This is not going well, is it? In terms of an opening start to the game. A couple of players in the middle of the park playing all right, but we're not affecting in their half as it stands. Despite having the higher XG, they've gone ahead. We've got much more possession than they've got, which is odd considering we're playing counter-attacking football, but we'll see as we go. I think I might just up us to be a little bit more positive. But again, maybe counter-attack's not going to be the way for us to go. Maybe we need to start taking the game to everybody else. Approaching half-time then. Disappointing start. 1 down at Hull, who are relegation contenders alongside us. And incidentally, they were the job we turned down to take Millwall. So there's a bit of poetic justice for you. Probably giving me what for. I want to see much better in the second half because that was, I don't want to say terrible, but it wasn't great. I might just put one of the wingers more attacking. We go Mason Bennett as an inside forward, just try and get a bit more into the final third. Outside of that, see how the game develops. Thompson breaking forward now into Bennett. Can he get around the outside of his man? He can. Plays out wide. Wallace chance to cross. Puts back into Bennett. But again, the ball's cleared. And we pick it up in our back four with Campy. Atiba, the deep line playmaker. Can he find the key to the door, so to speak? Smith breaking down the right hand side. Another chance to maybe deliver something. In it goes. But Thompson's hit it straight at the keeper. So slightly more promising, but again, not quite what we need. 40 minutes to go. Smith on the right, not having a great game. We've got Jamie Patterson on the bench, who we might be able to bring on. He's on a yellow card, not playing great, so what we'll do is we'll make that change. Last thing we need is a red card. And we will put on, I thought we'll go Josh Murphy. Inject a little bit of pace in there. Here we go then. Camper with the ball at the back. Plays it to Wallace. Ball over the top to Alexander. And that's a great finish. And that's direct. That's what we're looking for. We're looking for when you get the ball, get out to the menu count up the front and see if we can get the ball in the back of the net. So again, positive start to the second half, but it looks like Hull might have a chance now to counter. McNamara has initially headed it away, but Hull have kept the ball. We've got it back now with Thompson into Leonard. Thompson plays it down the wing to Bennett. Can he beat his man? He's cut inside. Oh, dodgy tackle there. Could have been a penalty on another day, but Palmer Brown keeps the move going. Murphy now into the box to Bennett. And there we go. We've turned the game around. So just a little minor tweak. A bit more positive. Inject a little bit of pace onto the wings. And we've managed to get ourselves ahead in the game, which actually lifts us off the bottom if we can maintain it. So got just under 30 minutes to go to see this out. Murphy stand over the ball for a free kick, delivers to the back post. Brown cuts it across, but again unable to just finish it. So yeah, we're starting to look a little bit more promising, a little bit more positive. That being said, Hull have managed to get themselves a chance of their own here. Thompson's robbed him. 2-on-1. Alexander breaks through. Can he finish? And yeah, I mean, again, he's deputising up front, but 2 goals on the first game when your manager's just taken over certainly puts your name in semi-permanent ink on the team sheet, doesn't it? So here we go. Just over 20 minutes to go. What was looking quite negative at the start after a poor first half is starting to look a little bit more promising. Certainly we never had this kind of dominance with the Exeter team in this division, but here we go. Murphy with a corner. And it goes again. And there you go, Alexander with a hat-trick. I was going to say on his debut, but it's not. It's not his debut. It's my debut. So there we go, 4-1 up. Fantastic second half. Some great performances in there, which is showing a lot of promise. I did think when I saw Millwall in the relegations, and Hull, to be honest, that you would think there'd be worse teams in this division than them too. Hull on the ball now, lurking around the edge of our area. Played out wide, a chance to put it into the box. And yeah, Nwankwo's got another one. Brings it back to 4-2. What we can't afford to do is let this slip too much. We just need to see out. I'm going to leave it on positive because that's what got us back in the game, and I don't want to go back to cautious and start conceding too many again. Hull with a chance to deliver a free kick into the box. This could come back to bite me by not going back to cautious. Managed to clear it initially. Again, he's taking him down. It's probably a good free kick to give away. Only a yellow as well, which is nice. Hopefully the highlight doesn't... Well, it does come to here. Hopefully they don't capitalise from this. Good save. Should be able to get the ball away and kill some time off now. As we come into the final 5 minutes of normal time. They've got another corner, so they're piling on the pressure. And we've given away a penalty. A cheap penalty. And he's got a hat-trick of his own. I'm going to go very defensive and just try and soak up these final 4 minutes because I really don't want to give up what was a 3-goal lead. They've certainly come onto that game after they went 3-1 down. 5 minutes to go. Nervy times. It's not good. It's back to the Exeter days where you're trying to hang on and fight for points. This would certainly be a good start as we took over at Millwall, and we need to get a little run going just to get clear. But there we go, final whistle's gone. First game in charge, albeit a little bit uncertain. We've managed to come away with the points, so positives to take for sure. Good win, well done. Just have a look at league table, make sure we've lumped ourselves off the bottom, and it should hopefully be only up from here. So 22, we're just about halfway through the season, similar to when we took over at Exeter. We managed to get a playoff place. I think that's a stretch too far for this team as it stands, but certainly I'd be aiming for 15th, 16th, 17th, somewhere around that area, because I certainly think we should be above Hull, Charlton, Exeter, although after that the division looks pretty strong. So yeah, we'll see. I'll quickly pop into the schedule, see when we're going to bring you back. Probably play through them 4 games maybe. We'll come back for the Everton Middlesbrough. That way we don't get too far ahead of ourselves and we can have a test of this team against much higher opposition. Once again, thanks for watching, and I will catch you on the next episode. Take care. Bye.